Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you are new. If you are, my name is Amy and every single month I do an empties video talking about the products that I finished up in the previous month, and today is my October empties. I feel like October has probably been one of my favourite months this year. I've absolutely loved it and I've got a load of products to talk about that I finished off to give you a mini review of how I've actually found them now that I've used them up, and just give you a total overview of whether or not I would buy them again or not. So with that said, let's get straight into the video. As always, there is never too much of a structure with these videos. I just dive into this B&M bag that I reuse every single month and load up the empty products in. So to start off with, this is a product that I've got two of, and it's the Garnier Summer Body Fake Tan. I actually have no fake tan on right now. I literally just did like a big old scrub, and I just felt like I was going to give myself like a week off. But I love this tan. I feel like if you struggle with tans whereby you need to leave them on and wash them off after 8 hours, this for me is perfect. It gives me a really natural colour, which is definitely a plus. But I love the fact it's so easy to use. I can put this on before bed and I'll wake up with a really healthy glow that looks really natural. And so I got through two because it's my absolute favourite. These are normally at £5 and they're on offer somewhere all the time, whether that's Superdrug, Wilkinson's, Tesco. I buy them from all over. I definitely repurchase them. I think I have about 3 left in my drawer. So these are my favourite tans. I try other ones throughout my channel and just in real life, but these are the ones I always go back to because I love the results so much, and they're just so reliable, never streaky, and it's just my favourite fake tan. Next up is a moisturiser that I have absolutely loved using. This is the Pixi Retinol Jasmine Lotion, and generally Pixi skincare is one of my favourite skincare ranges. I rave about them all the time and I'm very lucky to be on their PR list. So this was gifted to me alongside other releases that they have that I get to try, which is so amazing and so lucky. Retinol is something that I definitely always want to incorporate in my skincare one way or another. I turned 26 in October, and so I like to make sure that I use retinol as an anti-age property, and also I find it really agrees with my skin. And even though this doesn't have tons of retinol in it, I feel like it's a great product to just keep on using on an everyday basis. So I really enjoyed this, really enjoyed the range. There's some duds, but this I particularly liked and would definitely recommend it. If you're looking for a new moisturiser, it's not too expensive, it's not the cheapest ever, but for me it was really enjoyable, really light, sunk into the skin really well, and this for me was the perfect evening moisturiser. Next up, I've got two different toothpastes. One is just the Colgate Triple Action. Love this, super reliable, always buy Colgate toothpaste and really enjoyed it. Nothing too much to talk about, but it kind of did the job. And then the other one I wanted to talk about was the Spotlight Oral Care toothpaste, and so I've done a whole dedicated review of the whole like teeth whitening systems as well as the toothpaste on my channel. I was really nervous about posting it because I gave some really honest feedback there, and it's one of those that when you are so honest on your channel, when you post a video that is basically quite negative, you always get a bit scared about the backlash, but I had to be honest with you guys, and I didn't love the whitening strips, to be honest. Their hydrogen peroxide level is ridiculously small, especially as they've really advertised the fact it has hydrogen peroxide in it. I explained so much more in that video, so if you are curious, I'll leave it linked above and down below for you to check out. But yeah, this is a toothpaste to go with it. Again, I found it did nothing brilliant. It certainly didn't whiten my teeth dramatically, and it's not something that I would buy again. Next up is a bubble bath. You guys know that I get through at least one of these every single month. I did just get through the one this month, and that's because I've had quite a few different like Lush baths, and it's been really enjoyable. I think now we're getting into like towards Christmas, I step up my bath game a little bit. I am someone that has baths all throughout the year, and the Lidl's bubble bath that you can buy it for like 60p or something is just a really good bubble bath. It's like no frills, it smells really nice, it bubbles really well, and I really enjoy it. And every single month I seem to go through at least one of these, and I'll definitely repurchase because I really enjoy them, especially for the price. So if you love baths and you have them quite regularly, then a bubble bath like this is really good, really comparable to the Radox one, and I really do enjoy it. Next up, I don't know why I threw these in here, but why not? is the Tesco Cold Relief. I remember Martin Lewis doing a programme about the fact that the Tesco ones and then the branded Cold Relief are exactly the same tablets, because you can check like the sort code or a number or something, and it shows you that they are the same product, which is really interesting. But I feel like now Heidi started nursery, she gets every single cold that any of the children get, and my immune system is really bad too, and so I seem to get every cold that she gets. And so to try and keep on top of that, I did get some cold relief. I did have a couple of days where I was quite unwell in October. It was just a cold, not coronavirus or anything like that, and these definitely did help, and so I got through the entire box of them this month. Next up is a micellar water, and I've spoken about these I believe earlier on in the year. I try different micellar waters as I go throughout the year, but I seem to go back to the Primark one. I did notice recently that they've stopped doing this specific one, so I don't know if they're going to be relaunching them. I really enjoy their micellar waters because it kind of foams up a little bit and it feels a little bit more of a deeper clean. So I always do this as my first cleanse, kind of get all the makeup off, and I really do enjoy a micellar water. And this one is £2 and it is 430ml. Really enjoyable. If your local Primark does have them, then I definitely recommend giving them a try because they're much more affordable than other branded micellar waters, but I feel like they work really well. Definitely one that I would pick up again if my Primark starts to stock them again. For now, I've moved on to a Nivea one just because I like having a micellar water. I typically buy them when they're on discount, but this one was a nice one and really affordable. And last but not least, this Empties video is probably the quickest one I've ever done, is a perfume. So this is from the brand Perfumado or Perfumado. Basically, I was introduced to these from the Perfume shop PR team. So I work with the Perfume shop quite often over on Instagram. I'm part of their scent squad, which is really cool, and as part of that I was basically sent this subscription, and so it's a 3-month subscription that I received, and I got to try a couple of different fragrances that come basically in these little bottles. So this is essentially a month's worth of fragrance, and I believe this is like 10ml of fragrance, 8ml of fragrance, and so you can put them in these little travel cases and then you can kind of put them up and down. But the beauty of this is that you can kind of take that out and then change it up every single month, and you keep this, which is reusable, and then every month after that these little guys arrive in like cardboard packaging, so you can recycle them, and then you're not receiving one of these every month, which seems like a bit of a waste, which I think is such a great idea. And off the back of me receiving them in PR, Rich actually signed up to the service himself because he loves receiving aftershave and he loves trying different ones out, and so he was like, this is definitely a subscription service for me. So I actually influenced my partner to subscribe, and he's absolutely loving them as well, and I really enjoyed it. This one specifically was the Twilly de Hermes, and it was the fragrance Hermes, and I really liked it. It was quite kind of on the masculine side. I think it had some woody notes, which I really liked. So it's a product that I really enjoyed. I love the fact that I could put it in my handbag, I could take it to work with me. It's really durable, so it travels really well. But I just love the idea of being able to kind of change it around and try different fragrances and discover new favorites, which I really love from doing that, because I get to try new different scents I maybe would never have picked up myself in a store, but by trying them and being delivered. So there's an element you can choose different fragrances, or I believe you could choose them as a surprise. So I had like surprise fragrances and I loved that, and it's definitely something that I would consider subscribing to as well. I have so many perfumes to use, so maybe not right now, but when those stocks get a little bit lower, then something like this is just so good because you get a month's worth of fragrance and it does literally last you the month. So I loved that as a concept and I love the product so much. So that was all of my empties from October. Like I said, it definitely wasn't the busiest of months in terms of empty products, but I definitely found some new favourites throughout the month and also discovered things that I didn't enjoy so much. If you do enjoy these videos, please do consider hitting that thumbs up button and subscribing to my channel. It really does help me decide on what content to film in the future. So every single month this year I filmed an empties video, so it'll be really interesting to know if you want me to continue this into next year or whether you want to change it up a little bit. It's completely up to you. So I'd love to hear your feedback. But other than that, that is all from me today. I really hope you've enjoyed the video and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!